I stopped at the Trout Lake General Store to get some hydration. And what I found was this old farmer, complete with overalls and a cell phone that he was ravenously looking for country music on. And he took one look at me and he was like, "You can't get down that road all the way back to Carson. It's closed with snow, but you could go to the ice caves. Your car could handle it." So I felt weirdly obligated to come check it out because he had a twinkle in his eye, I suppose. And so I drove out here to the Carson-Guler ice cave, and it's in the middle of nowhere on Highway 141, and I think I can see my car through there. The cave itself is really cool because it's just this hole in the ground that you walk downstairs into. If I'm still talking by the time I get us back there, I'll show you. And it has, is that a leaf? Yeah, that's a leaf. There's some interesting looking rocks here. I thought they were petrified wood, but they're not. There's some kind of like slaggy chert or something. But anyway, you go down these stairs into this lava tube that's collapsed, and it is really cold. I'm in my sandals now after having walked many miles and gotten very sweaty feet and just like this light little shirt. So I'm not really ready to go spelunking in an ice cave. But this map that was on the information board makes it look like it has 2 different directions that you can go and at least like 3 or 4 different chambers. And there were 2 ladies that were coming back from it, and they're like, "Yeah, our weird husbands are down there, so don't be concerned, but it's cool and it's cold." And you go into the first cavern and you think that's it, but that's not it. And so I went down there, but there's no traction on the bottom of my shoes. And so I was just slipping and sliding everywhere and was like, no. Plus it's freezing, like legit super cold. And it has just ice there year round because of the way that the wind moves through the collapsed, partially collapsed lava tube. And so the towns of Hood River and the Dalles would get their ice from this cave. I have food on my face. And isn't it funny? I'm using this iron or this zinc oxide sunscreen. Don't I look like I might be one of the frozen dudes? Oh, look what I found. Sunnies. They're natives. Okay. I don't think anyone's coming back for these. And they look kind of banged up here. There's also a dog leash just up here, which is also weird. I was like, maybe I'll take it for my dog nephew, Luna. Well, I'm not gonna leave him here. No need for nature to try and break down that plastic over thousands of years. So needless to say, I did not go into the ice cave. I don't have a headlamp. But I came back up. Maybe I will leave the dog leash here because that seems like, or maybe I should leave them to get, you know what? I'm going to take both of them and I'm going to take them back to the entrance area and I'll just put them there. And then if someone happens to come looking for them, they can. And that way they're easier to pick up when the rangers come through if no one has picked them up. So anyway, I could not go into the ice cave for any great length of time, but I was curious about possibly trying to trace where it was on the top of the ground, you know, like here. So that's what I'm out here doing. I was trying to figure out if there were some other places, like there's a wind vent I saw on the map, so I was looking for that, but I don't see anything that looks that way. I mean, this is just such a typical Northwest forest kind of experience, you know, and you have no idea if you're looking at it what the forces necessarily were that shaped the land, but it's all highly volcanic, as is evidenced by the fact that there's an ice cave here that's a collapsed lava tube. But then if you look over here, for example, you can see all of these rocks. Let's go that way. Yep, those are all volcanic rocks, and I suppose they might be the top of a lava tube. I don't know. I don't know that much about the top side topography of lava tubes, but this is pretty significant. I mean, it's like a berm. Do you see that? It just keeps going on there. So let's follow it, and let's see if there's anything that might point us back towards the ice cave. But can you imagine, like, the two towns getting all of their ice from this one cave? Yeah, so see that rise? It's like the end, and then it just traces all the way back down there. So that could be something, I suppose. This is a little berm that they've put in place to keep us, keep cars from driving down here. And I don't know, guys. It's a mystery. I was thinking about mysteries on this adventure day, and about how I have been really confronting, not like actively confronting, but just being forced to acknowledge that there are a lot of things that are happening right now for me in my life that are scary, like dissolving relationships and stepping into another phase and incarnation of me in this world, like professionally and with the work that I do. Hat, glasses, leash. That's not weird at all. It smells like fabric softener. It's quite the little collection. Makes me feel like a horror movie is about to begin. But okay, so here, do you see those split rails? That is the entrance to the ice cave. And that berm is like that way. So depending how long this sucker is, I mean, we're walking around on the top of it right now. I'm certain of it. Okay, check this out. Just like a nice nondescript little fence here, and BG. Nothing happening, nothing to see here. And then, oh, can you feel that cold updraft? No, you cannot, but there is a cold updraft. And then, please save our bats. Wow, it just dropped like 20 degrees. Poof. There it is. And there's this enormously cold air coming out. You can see in the bottom, that is not snow, that's ice. I mean, the white stuff at the bottom there is snow, but like back in there, that's ice. And it runs all the way that way, and it runs all the way this way. And I think there's some underneath us too. There's like a room this way. So this is all lava tube that we're standing on. What? Okay, I know this is here now, just like I know how to get to the start of the trailhead from Mount Adams now, which means we have to come back. You gonna come? Ice cave, day use. Ice cave, day use. But no night use, because you know what happens in ice caves at night. Okay, well, what do we have here? Okay, we've got Kopke 10, a nice 10-year-old tawny port that was matured in wood. We've got our information here for all the things. I'm gonna put the hat, the gloves, and the glasses there. See? Good horse citizen. I hear a car coming. Now it's time for me to go. No horror movies today.